Well, go on, traders. Yeah, the traders here again. All right, guys. Another trading week has started, and we are looking pretty positive with Mullen. So here's what's going on, guys. So if you take a look at the 5-minute chart, we can see that for the past two trading days, Mullen has had hit a low, all-time low, at $1.26. Since then, we have held the $1.50 level, and now we are pushing right back up to $1.60, and this is actually where we had stopped right before the stock split. So you see I have this line here. I'm gonna keep it so at least we know exactly where we had stopped. But apart from that, guys, there's news that came out. I'm gonna just jump right into it. So this was from Mullen's webpage, and it speaks to Mullen signing a partnership with Watergen to launch water from air solutions for EVs. So what it's saying is that Watergen is an Israel-based global leader in atmospheric drinking water devices, and is teaming up with Mullen Automotive to launch a water from air solution for Mullen EVs. So Watergen also has current collaborations in place with leading OEMs and Fortune 500 companies. Mullen will be the first to launch and implement Watergen in its entire lineup of electronic vehicles. So what does that mean for the company? Let me see if I can find it here. So Watergen technology of air to clean drinking water for vehicles can generate a fresh supply of hot and cold drinking water for vehicle occupants. This technology is envisioned for the Mullen's fleet of EV cargo vans and can be utilized in both commercial, recreational vehicle settings. The air-to-water system will provide up to 5 liters of drinking water daily directly from the air while the vehicle is moving, and can be used as freshwater source for vehicle occupants. Alright, so this is some positive news for Mullen. For me, not quite sure how essential this is, but I guess if maybe for the guys that are out there, maybe they could speak to this more than myself who are doing deliveries on the road. I would assume that they have their little igloo with their water, so maybe this would be an alternative in terms of pulling water from the air. So you know what, it's I take any news, any positive news from Mullen as a good sign. So Mullen, as I had mentioned before, has been getting into different partnerships. So an additional partner, it's all good for Mullen, and apparently this has been in the works for months. So it says here the agreement between the companies has been forged over recent months, with Mullen serving as one of Watergen's design partners for the in-vehicle air-to-water technology, with the goal of Mullen initiating vehicle testing of the new service in the first quarter of 2023. So I guess that's kind of going on here now. So that's positive news, as I mentioned. Alright, so let's take a look and see what's going on with the stock. So jump into Yahoo Finance here. So we're looking green, guys. Green is always good. I take green any day of the week. So Mullen went up 2% on Friday, up pre-market almost 7.5%. Market cap, so they have now fixed this in terms of when the split happened. We're showing I think 5.5 billion, so they have now fixed it, so giving us a better view of the actual market cap after the split. So it's 227 million. So usually when the stock is kind of running up, we're usually hovering around 300 million. So right now I would say there had been a sell-off, yes, but at least it's looking positive in terms of the 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 increase for the stock itself. So just going through, looking at the volume, average volume is 12 million, while the volume that came in is 19 million. If you look at the overall market didn't look too bad. TSX was up 1.5%, S&P almost 2%, Dow 1.65% up. So if you take a look at the comps weren't looking all that bad also. NEO up 1%, Lucid up almost 5%, Ride down almost 8%, Fisker up almost 7%, Ford up almost 4%. So overall, not looking too bad. So let's take a look and see what's going on with the options. So if you take a look at the options was pretty much flat on Friday. Didn't get a lot of calls coming in. Usually we would want to see around 30,000. We got 16,000. But the puts are back. So we are now, usually the puts would be insignificant, but now the puts is almost 1/3 of the calls. So that's pretty significant. So, yep, the bears are back, guys. The bears are back, looking to push the stock down. In terms of open interest for this week, we are looking at, not sure why it's showing one there. Maybe they're still doing some fixes. But not sure why I have two of them. But for this Friday, the 15th, 15,000 in terms of open interest. For calls, open interest for puts, insignificant, 62. Open interest for next week. Yeah, seems like they're still going through adjusting for the reverse split. So let me switch over to this one. So open interest for next week is 29,000, while open interest on the puts has increased for next week. And for the following week, open interest is 11,000, while puts is basically insignificant. Alright guys, so as I said, Mullen is looking pretty positive. We have pushed off I think it's the bottom. We have gotten through that whole fiasco with the reverse split. Now we don't have, any issues with regards to the stock being delisted. So once we can maintain this level and start pushing up, guys, we should be good. And as usual, we want to see those deliveries rolling in. Randy Marin has on their site opened it up for anyone that wants to start buying vehicles. So, we just want to see a lot of positive news coming in, and I'm sure Mullen will do well. Alright guys, so that's kind of what I have for you for today. So as usual, if you like this type of content, don't forget to hit the like and don't forget to subscribe. Take care, guys.